Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't become a member yet, go ahead and subscribe and become a member of the Sunshine and Country family. We would really appreciate it. It helps us out a lot to continue to keep doing what we're doing. We need to push forward, and we see a lot of people are enjoying our videos. We really just need you to come on board and subscribe. You don't have to click the notification if you don't want to be bothered with those, but if you do want updates, click the notification bell and you will receive updates. We're going to actually start uploading a lot more because spring is almost here where we live. We're in zone 7B, and we're going to get a lot more busy, and so we'll have a whole lot more material to bring you later on, and we already have a whole lot of material to share with you now. So check back with us periodically. You never know when we'll be posting stuff, but it'll definitely be once or twice a week, maybe more, and some short videos. Today we're working on strawberries. We have the Eversweet, and we have the Ozark, and the Everglow, I believe it's called. Right now I have out here some bare root Eversweet, and I believe these are the ones that are that keep bearing fruit all year long. And then I believe the other two are the ones that are just Juneberries. I may have that wrong, but you can check me on that. But anyways, this one says to just plant it below the crown, but honestly, I've been planting strawberries since, oh gosh, since I was old enough to plant a garden, back with my granddad over at my old house with my grandparents. He started teaching me how to garden, and he was raised on the farm, so I always plant mine different a lot of times and do a lot different than what the instructions say, because for me that's just what works. But you know, always I would recommend following the instructions, and then if that doesn't work for you, you might want to kind of tweak it. But yeah, I'm familiar with most all these varieties of strawberries, and here we have the Eversweet, and we are planting it. The crown is actually this right here, just right where above the roots, sorry, right above the roots right there. This is the crown. So once you actually plant it right below it, but I find planting it a little deeper here in the south works better. So that's what we're going to do, plant it a little bit deeper. So instead of planting it below the crown, but that's where they recommend, I would plant it a little bit above. Now I'm not going to plant it way up here. Way up here, I'm going to plant it just above the crown instead of below it. So that's the first one. Okay, so it's raining here and it's starting to pick up a little more, but hopefully it won't get any more than it is now. Hold off for me long enough. This right here is the Everglow, and these are the Ozarks. They have a band around them that come like that. So basically all of them look the same. And for the, let's see what it says. For the Everglow, or I'm sorry, Earliglow, they need to be planted at the crown, needs to be planted at the soil line. So that means it needs to be level with the soil, the top of your soil. Let's see what the Ozarks say. Below the soil line again. But I usually always plant them all at the soil line. And another thing is, when planting strawberries, you can plant them in a raised bed concept. Let me show you. See over there? And then I have another one over this side over here. Right there. You can plant them in these tubs. If you live here in the U.S., you can buy these tubs at Home Depot. They are actually little fish ponds. You can drill holes in the bottom and turn them into raised beds. So, yeah, I know I say so a lot. My part of my family is from California, the other part's from the South. So I was kind of raised 50-50. Although I was born here and raised here. So I got that Valley girl talk with a Southern accent. So you just want to take the rubber band off and kind of break them apart, being careful. They just come apart real easy. See? That. One thing I want to mention, when you get a root that is like growing sideways like this, go ahead and plant it sideways. You can plant it long ways and just bend it down, but you can plant it sideways too. Either way works. I can't remember if I said it already, but strawberries prefer a hilly type situation, so you'll see some farmers, they'll make hill mounds, and like at a pick your own strawberry or big strawberry farm, they'll make these little hill mounds and they'll put plastic over it and plant their strawberries that way. If you're growing in a big bulk amount, you could do it that way, but if you're just a home grower or a small homesteader or something, just go ahead and plant it on an incline. If you have anywhere that's kind of on an incline, like kind of sloped, which like I've mentioned before, our whole property is sloped, so just about anywhere is perfect for ours. So I'm planting it right up here. Let me turn you around and show you. So you can see how, whoops, see how it runs down that way. Starts up here and it runs straight down. It may not look sloped because I'm kind of sitting down, but trust me, we live on a very slopey ground. So I'm digging up another space for the other one. You do want to space these out. You can look on the instructions for how far to space it out. We are having to work around some roots here from this big tree over next to us. For these, they say to space out about 12 to 24 inches. Like I said in my video before, I've been doing this for years. I know not everybody has, but I just try to keep it simple. And I just tell you what works for me. If it doesn't work for you, then, maybe you could try something different. But with all my years of gardening, of over 25 years of gardening, and I could talk to you in more technical terms, but I like to keep it simple, like I said. I think most people would rather get simple because it gets overwhelming when people give too much information in a way that confuses people. So we're just planting it down here. If you can see it right there, see? There's the plant. It's hard to see it down in here. Yeah, it's going down in there. Does anybody else out there have migraines? I know I do. I've had a migraine with the weather change. We had 60, 70 degrees weather for like a couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden it went down to freezing for 2 days, and we got so much snow. But it's thawed out again, and strawberries will be okay. Plus, if it gets that bad, we'll cover them. So let me give you a look at what I've done. I used some potting mix here. I used some potting mix, and I just filled it in up above the crown a little bit. And then here's another one I've done. I'll come back and I will show you some that I've done earlier last week. So I hope you enjoyed the video on strawberries. I know I enjoy planting them, and I'm so glad that you guys were able to see that and come along, and hopefully you learned something that you can take back and use in your garden to help out. Strawberries are so easy to plant. You can plant them pretty much anywhere, and you just need good soil. They do usually say to mix it with a little bit of sand, but you don't have to, but you can. I'm going to include some information on the variety of strawberries I planted, and also the some pictures as well. So anyways, have a sunshiny day, and we'll see you on the next video.